friends, it's me, Jonah, and today's crochet show and tell is sponsored by Yarn Inspirations. I just finished the Lily Sugar and Cream Flower Power Crochet Table Runner. And here it is. It's a super fast and easy project to work up with repeating colors and a beautiful white lace section down the middle that brings it all together. And it's very simple to make as well. I would actually recommend it for easy level crocheters, not quite beginners because of how it's put together in the middle section. But I use Lily Sugar and Cream, of course the cotton, and here's a couple of the colors that I have right now. But for mine, you choose 7 colors, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are for the actual motifs. Then the color number 7 comes in for the middle section, which in my case was white. And then I also mixed it with a tea rose, a light blue, an orchid, robin's egg, white, like I said, country red, and grape for my main colors. And then, like I said previously, white for the center. And I really do recommend, I highly recommend, that you go in the link down below and get the free written pattern, because since today's a show and tell, I'll be showing you how to make the motif, but you're going to need this, because number 1, it has a stitch diagram that shows you placement, but much more importantly, it shows you the pattern of where the colors are supposed to go, and it doesn't tell you that. So make sure to go below and download the free written pattern. But today, I will be showing you how to add the third motif. I already have a motif on 1, motif on 2, and I'll be making the third motif and attaching it as I go to show you how I do that. So grab your crochet hook, a 5mm is recommended, or any size to obtain gauge, and grab your yarn, and let's get started. So here it is, it's my Flower Power Crochet Table Runner. And there's 5 different motifs, A, B, C, D, and E, and as well as the center one, which I won't count in the way I'm describing it to you now. And like I said, the free written pattern is essential in this pattern because it goes and shows you how to join things together. For example, motif 1 here joins the nothing because it's the first motif or the base, and then number 2 has an arrow going to this one, so you join it once here, and then you go 1, 2, and this is 3, and then you join it here and here for 2 spots, and then 3 goes over to 4, and you join it in 1, 2, 3 spots, and then you join it on the right in 2, and then 3 on the left. So this motif, this won't be here at the time, neither will these white sections, just joins to this bottom 2. And then this one brings it all together by joining to these 2 and this one as well to open it up and give you room for that middle spacing. So let's get started. I'm going to set this pattern out of the way. And I already have something worked up that I can work off from. I used a blue and this robin eggs color, but today I'll be using this white and this color. And this main color right here will be in the place of the dark blue here or the robin's egg, and then I thought it would be really cool if this was the color in the center that brought it all together. So I'm going to set this aside and pull up my yarn. Now the pattern recommends you begin with a chain 2 and put 12 single crochets into the second chain from the hook. But I prefer to start with a magic ring, so that's what I'm going to do, and it does not make a difference to your finished project. So then I'm going to chain up 1, and then work 12 single crochets into this ring. That's 1, pull up a loop, and pull through 2. Go through the magic ring, grab the yarn, and pull through 2. Through the magic ring, grab the yarn, and pull through 2. And keep repeating this until you've done it 12 times. And if you ever lose point of where you are, you can always stop and count. Like, I didn't. I know how many stitches I have, but let's say I didn't. I would come back and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 by counting these arrows or both loops on the top. And there's number 12. And now, as usual, with a magic ring, you just pull it tight to cinch it. So take this strand right here and pull on it, and it'll bring that hold to a nice close. And if you need to, you can sew it up even more a little bit later. And now we're going to join to our first round, a complete round 1 with a slip stitch. So insert the head of your crochet hook under these 2 loops, and then pull the yarn back through, and then don't yarn over again, just pull the first through the second. And you have successfully completed round 1 out of 4 rounds in each motif. So this second round begins with a chain 6, which counts as 1 double crochet and the accompanying chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then this counts as our first double crochet, so we're going to skip the space we already worked in, this next one, and double crochet into the third. So yarn over, insert under both loops, grab the yarn and pull it through, and then yarn over and pull through 2, once and twice. And then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over and skip a stitch, and work another double crochet. And then chain 3, yarn over, skip a stitch, and work another double crochet. Chain 3, skip a stitch, and double crochet again. And you should have 6 of these posts or spokes or double crochets, whatever you want to call them. And at the end, you should have a double crochet, a chain 3, and then skip this last stitch and count up 3 chains from the bottom of your first chain 6. 1, 2, 3. And then the third one, go under both loops, or 2 loops out of the 3 anyway, and slip stitch. And you're finished with rounds 1 and 2 of your flower. It doesn't look like much now, but it'll be nice and flattened out once we bring in our other color. So snip a little bit of a tail, and take your next color and just pull off a few yards of yarn. You don't need too many because we're making quite a few motifs here. And then once you've snipped the yarn on your original color, you can just pull up and pull through. And then we're going to join our yarn, or color 2, into any of the 3 chain spaces. So I'll just come right here. And they say to join with a slip stitch. You can join any way you'd like. You can just tie it on. You can create a slip knot, leaving a tail. So take your hook like this, coming from the back. Turn it downwards so it crosses, and then make a chain, and then pull tight, and you have a slip knot. So then you can pull it up through, and then take this strand in the back and wrap it around, and then chain up 3. Or you can join with the slip stitch, just pulling it through, however you prefer. There's a multitude of ways to do this. And then we're going to double crochet 4 times into the same space, working over this original strand or tail. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you can drop this tail in the back and you can cut it later. And now our beginning chain 3 counted as a double crochet, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next we're going to chain 4 and work 5 double crochets into this next space. 3, 4, and 5. And then chain up 4 again. And work another group of 5 double crochets around the next and subsequent chain 3 space. 3, 4, and 5. Chain up 4 again. And this is now I'm just repeating the same step that I've already done 3 times. Three, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to take a moment and pull off a few more yards of yarn. And then chain up 4 again. 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit more because when I get to the next section, it'll be important for you to see exactly where I'm placing my stitches. Chain up 4. And then hold this last tail here down across the top of this chain 3 space and work 5 double crochets. Then you can pull this strand in the back and just drop it, and then chain up your final 4 and then slip stitch to the top of the beginning chain 3. So right here. So now you should have a total of 30 double crochets and a total of 24 chains. So then the next step is a slip stitch into the next stitch and into the next. And then this is the final round of every motif and where you begin to join. So chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch. And then chain 1, and double crochet into the chain 4 space. And then chain 1, double crochet again, and chain 1, and double crochet again, so you have 3. And then work 3 chains, and repeat the same thing. So work your first double crochet, chain 1, and repeat that 2 more times. Chain 1, number 3, and chain 1. Pretty self-explanatory so far. So then chain 1, skip 2 double crochets, single crochet, chain 1, in the next spot work a chain 1 double crochet 3 times. So we already did our chain 1 double crochet once. We've done it twice. We've done it 3 times. And now chain 1 and stop. Lay down your work. Then I'm going to pull off some more yarn, getting ready for our next step. And then pull out your original sections, your first top 2, or wherever you happen to be. So it goes 1, 2, and then this is square number 3. And I've zoomed in nice so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So line it up and you can kind of turn it this way. And then take this loop right here. Just this loop in general or this first chain. And then take your hook, drop your color you're using right now, and just push your hook through the middle chain of that group of chain 3s. And then pull the yarn back through and slip stitch. And then kind of angle the work back so you're working back this way. And chain. And then work the rest of your scallop or point or whatever you want to call it. So a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then you'll repeat that same step again, but with the next spot on this flower. So chain 1, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and chain 1. And now we want this one just to join to this next spoke. So come right down into the middle of that group of 3 chains. And tighten it. And then come through and work a chain stitch. And then continue as you would normally. Chain 1, single crochet, and from this point on, it's just the same thing. Except from here, you're just going to work it regularly like you did for this one, not trying to attach it to anything. And then for the next one, let's say we had another motif right here, it will join to the spoke coming from here for the center, here, and here. And then you'd work that middle section in between. And that is how you do the Flower Power Crochet Table Runner. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make the motifs of the Flower Power Crochet Table Runner from Yarn Inspirations using Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn in 7 different colors. It's such a simple pattern with that simple repeat, and the written pattern has all of it charted out with the layout and everything you need. And the other thing about this is that make sure you weave in your ends as you go, because if you weave them in afterwards, they become more noticeable. But in this case, you can see the backside here. You can't even tell. So if you do a good job weaving in your ends, you have a reversible project as well. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Jonah's Hands and Yarn Inspirations. And don't forget, if you ever need to slow down the video, there'll be 3 dots in the top right corner on a mobile device, or if you're using a non-mobile device, it'll be in the bottom right corner with a gear, and you can change the playback speed or back it up 10 seconds or whatever you need to do. But I always try to start slow and then speed up to accommodate a wide range of crocheters and their skill level. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this table runner. Crochet away, friends!